They say that waking up 2, 3, even 4 times a night to use the bathroom is just a normal part of aging. As if a full night's sleep after 60 is impossible. But what if that's a lie designed to keep you dependent on one single solution? The alarming truth is that 90% of men over 60 are struggling with this problem, and most of them are told their only options are to wait and see, or accept taking pills for the rest of their lives. For decades, the pharmaceutical industry has promoted expensive pills as the only lifeline. Meanwhile, a simple truth has been hidden in plain sight. Certain nuts contain compounds scientifically proven to naturally shrink an enlarged prostate. This isn't folklore. A groundbreaking German study conducted on 431 men over 12 months found that those who used an extract from a specific nut reduced their international prostate symptom score by 41%, a stunning result comparable to many top medications without the need for a prescription. You've been told it's just old age, but that's an oversimplification. The real culprit is an aggressive hormone called DHT, a supercharged form of testosterone that silently builds up in your prostate. The problem isn't that you're getting older, it's that your body is losing its natural ability to regulate this hormone. These disrupted nights don't just cause fatigue, they are the beginning of a chain reaction of problems, affecting everything from circulation to overall health, including imbalance, a higher risk of falls, cramps, cardiovascular disease, and even stroke. In today's video, we will reveal the top 5 natural nuts for your prostate health, ranked in a countdown list from good to revolutionary. And the number 1 nut on this list not only provides the single most important compound to stop DHT production, but is also the richest source of a mineral that your prostate craves more than any other organ. Most nuts only solve half the problem, but this one addresses it all. But first, I want to ask you 2 very genuine questions. Are you struggling with nighttime urination? And how is it affecting your energy and stability the next day? And the second question, what has your doctor told you about this condition? Please share your story in the comments. I promise to read and respond to as many as I can because your experience will help thousands of other men across America realize they are not alone. All right, enough waiting. Let's uncover the truth together and begin with the very first nut. Number 5. On our countdown list is a nut most Americans only think about at Thanksgiving: pecans. People usually see them as a pie ingredient or a buttery snack. But what if I told you that beneath that glossy brown shell lies a complex mix of bioactive compounds that can influence your prostate health at the cellular level? The truth is, eating pecans only in pie is like owning a high-performance race car and using it just for grocery runs. You're missing out on its full power. The real strength of pecans comes from 2 components that the supplement industry has kept in the shadows for decades and doesn't want you to know about. The first is a unique form of vitamin E called gamma-tocopherol. Unlike the more common form of vitamin E, gamma-tocopherol has been shown in studies to concentrate specifically in prostate tissue, acting as a last line of defense against oxidative stress. The second, and even more important, is beta-sitosterol. A landmark meta-analysis published in the prestigious medical journal The Lancet, which reviewed 4 randomized controlled trials with 519 men, concluded that beta-sitosterol significantly improved urinary symptoms and increased urine flow. Take the story of John, a 72-year-old veteran from Dallas, Texas. He struggled with a weak urine stream and painful nighttime cramps. His specialist, Dr. Roberts, suggested he add exactly 15 pecan halves to his daily diet. 1 month later, John called the clinic, his voice filled with emotion, saying that for the first time in over a decade, he was able to sleep 5 hours straight. Pecans don't just offer antioxidants in a general sense, they provide targeted compounds that act like smart managers, regulating inflammation and improving the core function of the urinary tract. So how can you maximize the benefits of pecans? It's simple. The ideal dose is about 15 pecan halves per day. Don't go overboard because they are high in calories. Choose raw pecans, unsalted and unsweetened. If possible, buy them in the shell and crack them yourself, ensuring that the precious oils inside haven't oxidized. The best time to eat them is as an afternoon snack. Not only does this help curb hunger, it also stabilizes blood sugar levels, which is critically important since diabetes and metabolic syndrome greatly increase the risk of prostate enlargement. Remember, you're eating these for medicinal purposes, not dessert. One of the most common mistakes I see my patients make is buying pecans that are chopped or flavored. Processing destroys the plant sterols and turns a natural medicine into an unhealthy snack. Keep them as close to their original form as possible. Pecans are a great starting point, offering a strong layer of protection. But the nut at number 4 goes even further. It doesn't just protect, it delivers one of the most essential minerals your prostate relies on to regulate itself and maintain a proper size of mineral that countless American men are lacking. Let's find out what it is. Coming in at number 4 is a nut you may have eaten hundreds of times without realizing its true power for the prostate: almonds. Most people in America know almonds are good for the heart, that they can help lower cholesterol thanks to their healthy fats. That's old news. What often gets overlooked is the fragile brown skin of the almond, which holds a hidden secret. It isn't just a covering. It's an active component that works together with an important mineral inside to create a strong anti-inflammatory effect, especially beneficial for swollen prostate tissue. If your prostate is like a smoldering fire, almonds are nature's firefighter. This power comes from 2 factors. The first is magnesium. Your prostate needs magnesium to regulate calcium metabolism. When excess calcium builds up in the prostate, it can contribute to calcification and worsen inflammation. A study published in The Prostate tracked over 400 men and found that those with the highest magnesium intake had a 35% lower risk of prostate inflammation. The second factor lies in the skin. The skin is rich in flavonoids, which work synergistically with the vitamin E inside the almond to create an antioxidant shield. One study showed that almonds eaten with their skins had twice the antioxidant effect compared to blanched almonds. Take the case of David, a 65-year-old history teacher in Florida. His BPH symptoms made it impossible to stand and lecture for more than 30 minutes. He began eating exactly 23 almonds a day, always with the skin. 6 weeks later, he reported a significant reduction in pressure in the lower abdomen, and for the first time in years, he could teach a full 90-minute class without needing a break. Prostate swelling isn't just a hormone issue, it's also a mineral balance issue. By providing magnesium to control calcium and compounds from the skin to extinguish the flame of inflammation, almonds address a root cause that many other treatments completely overlook. So how should you use almonds to maximize their benefit? Experts recommend about 20 to 23 almonds per day, the equivalent of 1 ounce, or around 28 grams. The most important rule: always eat almonds with their brown skin intact. Blanched almonds have lost a significant part of their anti-inflammatory strength. Choose dry roasted or raw almonds without added oils or salt. The best time to eat them is at breakfast, sprinkled over oatmeal or yogurt. The fiber from your breakfast will slow absorption, allowing your body to make the most of the magnesium throughout the day. One deadly mistake I often see is people buying honey-roasted or flavored almonds. This happened to one of my patients, George, a 69-year-old gentleman in California. He didn't do enough research and bought large bags of honey-coated almonds, thinking the sweetness would make them easier to eat, and that honey sugar was natural, therefore harmless. But he was completely mistaken. After 4 weeks, his nighttime urination not only failed to improve, it actually got worse from 3 times per night up to 5, with a noticeably weaker stream. After a full exam and the necessary lab work, his doctor identified the honey-coated almonds as the trigger that aggravated his condition. The solution we gave him was simple: remove the honey almonds and switch to raw, unsalted almonds with the skin. Think of almonds as part of your health regimen, not as candy. Almonds are highly effective in controlling inflammation and restoring mineral balance. But nut number 3 on our list has a different kind of superpower. It contains a special fatty acid known as food for the brain, and recent studies show it also has a soothing effect on irritated prostate tissue. It tackles circulation and inflammation at the same time. Now we arrive at number 3, a nut with a strange shape, that looks like a miniature brain, the walnut. For years, doctors in America have praised walnuts as brain food and as a strong ally for heart health. Most people stop there, but what the medical community has only recently begun to recognize widely is that the powerful omega-3 fatty acids in walnuts don't just support the heart and brain. They are also among the strongest systemic anti-inflammatory compounds known capable of addressing a range of issues from nighttime cramps to slowing age-related muscle loss, and even protecting your eyes from cataracts before we even talk about their remarkable impact on the prostate. Think of omega-3s as premium lubrication for your entire body system. Without them, everything starts to creak. Chronic inflammation is one of the main drivers of sarcopenia, the muscle loss that occurs with aging. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that 6 months of omega-3 supplementation significantly improved muscle strength and walking speed in older adults. Similarly, the National Eye Institute published findings showing that diets rich in omega-3s were linked to a substantial reduction in the risk of developing cataracts. And here's the most crucial link: chronic inflammation is also the #1 enemy of the prostate. By calming this inflammation, walnuts directly reduce swelling. On top of that, a healthy circulatory system supported by omega-3s doesn't just protect the heart, it's also the foundation for strong sexual function, a benefit often undermined by medications for BPH. Take the case of Robert, a 70-year-old retired carpenter from Pennsylvania. He came to us not only for nighttime urination issues, but also for painful leg cramps and a growing sense of weakness. We added walnuts to his diet. 4 months later, he reported not only fewer bathroom trips, but his cramps had almost completely vanished, and he felt strong enough to return to his woodworking shop. The breakthrough here is this: walnuts don't just treat a symptom. They target a fundamental condition of the body: chronic inflammation and poor circulation. Once you address these two issues, a wide range of so-called diseases of aging suddenly begin to improve. To unlock these benefits, the effective dose is 5 to 7 whole walnuts per day. One extremely important note by walnuts: in the shell, or at least as whole halves. Chopped walnuts oxidize very quickly when exposed to air, losing their precious omega-3 fatty acids within just a few days. Never buy walnuts pre-roasted in oil or coated in flavorings. The best time to eat them is at lunch or early afternoon. The healthy fats and protein in walnuts will provide steady energy for the rest of the day and help you avoid that mid-afternoon crash. The biggest mistake some people make is thinking walnut oil can replace eating the whole nut. Walnut oil is good, but eating the whole nut gives you fiber, protein, vitamins, and trace minerals that the oil alone cannot provide. You need the complete nutritional package for maximum effect, not just one isolated component. Walnuts tackle inflammation in a comprehensive way, but they still don't address one of the main mechanical causes of your symptoms. Nut number 2, which we'll explore next, contains natural compounds that work to shut down DHT production right at the source. It's like turning down the faucet instead of just mopping up the wet floor. Now we come to number 2, and this is a nut so familiar that it often gets tossed away after every Halloween season: the pumpkin seed. Most people roast them for a snack and think of them as nothing more than a crunchy treat. But in natural medicine, these tiny seeds are considered essential food for men's health. They don't just mask symptoms, they strike directly at one of the core biochemical mechanisms behind prostate enlargement. This is the point where we stop treating symptoms and start addressing the root cause. Their power comes from 2 main mechanisms. First, they contain plant compounds known as phytosterols, which inhibit the enzyme 5-alpha reductase, blocking the body from converting testosterone into DHT. Second, and perhaps even more importantly, pumpkin seeds are one of the richest natural sources of zinc. Your prostate contains more zinc than any other organ in the body, and zinc deficiency has been directly linked to prostate problems. A landmark clinical study published in Urologia Internationalis followed 476 BPH patients who took pumpkin seed extract. After 12 months, not only did they report significant improvement in symptoms, but their urine stream was stronger, and nighttime trips to the bathroom were drastically reduced. But the benefits of zinc go beyond the prostate. Zinc is essential for hundreds of processes in the body. It can optimize blood flow to the heart and brain, sharpen focus, boost stamina, reduce stroke risk, and support prostate health. When you correct this deficiency, you're opening a new chapter of life full of energy and meaning. Take Michael, a 67-year-old truck driver from Ohio who nearly had to give up his job because of constant bathroom stops. He began adding 2 tablespoons of raw pumpkin seeds to his breakfast. 6 months later, he proudly reported he could drive 4 hours straight. He said the remarkable boost in energy, strength, and even confidence in the bedroom was an unexpected bonus. The key truth here is this: while many natural approaches focus on calming inflammation, pumpkin seeds go after the root cause by reducing production of the very hormone that drives prostate growth in the first place. So how should you use pumpkin seeds correctly? The recommended dose is about a handful, roughly 1 ounce 28 grams or 2 heaping tablespoons per day. The important thing is to eat them raw and unsalted to preserve their phytosterols. High heat roasting can destroy these valuable compounds. You can grind them into smoothies, sprinkle them on salads, or mix them with yogurt. The best time to eat them is in the evening, about an hour before bed. The natural magnesium and tryptophan in pumpkin seeds can also support deeper, more restful sleep. A common mistake is buying roasted salted pumpkin seeds sold in snack packs. The high sodium content can cause fluid retention and raise blood pressure, worsening the very circulation issues you're trying to fix. Instead, look for raw organic pumpkin seeds, often labeled pepitas, at health food stores. Pumpkin seeds are an incredibly powerful solution for hormonal balance. But there's still one final piece of the puzzle. Nut number 1, the very top of our list, doesn't just do everything we've already discussed. It also delivers an ultra-high dose of a rare trace mineral that acts as a master regulator of your immune system and your body's anti-inflammatory power. It provides the foundation that makes all the other benefits work at their best. Finally, we've reached number 1, the foundation nut upon which this entire prostate health strategy is built, the Brazil nut. Many people have never even heard of it. Or if they have, they dismiss it as just a strange nut tossed into mixed snack bags. But the truth is, this isn't really a food in the ordinary sense. It's a concentrated source of a trace mineral so powerful that just 1 nut a day can completely shift your body's inflammatory response and immune function. Ignoring this nut is like building a house and forgetting the foundation. That mineral is selenium. And your prostate stores more selenium than almost any other organ in your body. It is absolutely essential for normal function. As we age, selenium levels can decline, leaving the prostate more vulnerable to oxidative stress and inflammation. A groundbreaking study from Cornell and Arizona State Universities followed 312 men. The results showed that those who supplemented with 200 micrograms of selenium daily reduced their risk of prostate cancer by 63%. For BPH, selenium works by regulating inflammatory pathways and helping the immune system clear out damaged cells before they cause problems. Take Richard, a 75-year-old retired engineer. He had tried many approaches, but his BPH symptoms persisted, and his PSA levels began creeping up, causing him real concern. We changed nothing in his diet except for adding 1 Brazil nut every morning. 6 months later, not only did his nighttime symptoms improve, but his PSA dropped by 20%, a result his doctor called remarkable. The ultimate takeaway is this: all the other nuts help, but they work far better when your body has enough selenium. Selenium isn't just another nutrient. It's the catalyst that amplifies the effectiveness of all the others. Without adequate selenium, your body remains stuck in a state of inflammatory alarm, and every other method will only have limited impact. But with Brazil, nuts dosage is absolutely critical. It's simple: only 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day, no more. More is not better. Selenium can become toxic in excess, leading to issues like hair loss or brittle nails. 1 nut provides about 90 to 100 micrograms, nearly double your daily requirement. 2 nuts is the safe maximum. Look for fresh organic Brazil nuts. Because they're rich in oil, they can go rancid. The best way to preserve them is in the fridge or freezer. Eat 1 nut in the morning with your meal. This not only improves absorption, but also sets the stage for an anti-inflammatory foundation for the rest of your day. The biggest and most dangerous mistake you can make is thinking, if 1 nut is good, then 5 nuts must be better. This is one case where respecting the dosage is absolutely essential for your health and safety. Never exceed 2 per day. Now you hold the knowledge of the 5 most powerful nuts for prostate health. By combining them, you're not just treating symptoms, you're addressing the root causes from multiple angles. This is a comprehensive strategy you can begin implementing today. In the end, the revolution in prostate healthcare doesn't come in a pill bottle, it sits right in your kitchen cabinet. By understanding and harnessing the power of these 5 nuts, you're giving your body the tools it needs to fight inflammation and balance hormones naturally. Now we want to hear from you. After learning all this, which nut surprised you the most and why? And more importantly, what's your 90-day action plan? Which of these nuts will you start adding to your diet tomorrow? Share your experiences and plans in the comments below. Every comment is encouragement for thousands of other men walking this same journey. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the other helpful videos now showing on your screen, and I'll see you in the next one.